Goodness, good morning again. Sorry I was having technical difficulties earlier. Don't have it completely worked out, but it is better here. I just figured I'd jump back in. A really good morning for price action. Guys, this is not trading advice. You'll have to trade at your own risk. We're looking at being at the bottom of this move. I wouldn't be coming in, jumping in. Here's our session low here. We're pretty low here on the lower B4. It has a little bit of room here. This isn't completely closed up. Still some momentum in it. And we're not quite to the -3. There we go. We get to the -3. That's where sort of our little threshold there. I'm going to go ahead and pull down here. We're at the bottom of the session. On the Ichimoku, this is a continuation. That's wave 1. Wave 2 is usually the move people like to get in, but we're like we're pretty extended here. So we may have some more pullback here. I wouldn't be as excited about the wave 2 move here as I normally would, because we've had so much movement and we're at the bottom of the session. We're extended here. It may give a little more here, but that's not as likely as some pullback here. I've got mixed emotions, because basically what we do is with our show you here, this is a wave 1 pullback. It's supposed to touch the Tinkinson, then a continuation, but I'm so extended here it may keep pushing, so I'll keep moving it down. There we go. Now it makes a little bit more sense. Maybe we'll get down to our level here. There we go. That gives me a little bit more clarity. I wasn't seeing that earlier. That helps with the puzzle.
Stop filled.
Okay.
Order filled.
That makes sense to me. Still can be a continuation here, but not with not as much strength right now. That makes more sense. But I'm going to be careful with this. I'll guard it right there. Come in right here.
Order filled.
Let me zoom in here so we can see the price action. This could get a little choppy in here, guys, so I'm going to guard that. I'm going to reduce risk on that. It can get a little choppy in here. We done exhausted the main momentum of this move. We've pulled back some on it. We touched the Tinkinson, which we expected to do. That's our kiss dots. Right there said it was time to pull back and kiss. Mwah! Kiss the Tinkinson. So we typically wait till we get past that last kiss dot to re-enter. And it's past that last kiss dot, so we might have some movement here. Here's some big boys, some large hand market participants that got involved right there. Now that we've rebalanced the B4 here, we still got room to the downside again. There it goes, thinking of a target here. Guys, this is not trading advice. You'll have to trade at your own risks.
Stop filled. Order filled. Stop filled. Order filled. Order filled. Stop filled. Order filled.
As we look in short biased here, again, we're on the second wave. But we're approaching here. I'll go ahead and what I like about our settings here is that if it does take me out here, once we pass this, we should get another one of these signals, which will get me back in. So I have the confidence of taking a little profit, letting it hit that area, knowing that it'll get me back in if we're going to continue on in that direction. So that's one thing I like about these particular signals, these order flow signals. They give you the actual move of the market. So, I got critical lines laid out here. I got my session low, previous session low. I got a volatility adjusted virgin point of control right there as my resistance on a bullish position here. Plus you got your dynamic Kijunsen right there, the Kijunsen acting as a resistance. So I know one good thing about these signals, the way that I have it set up here with the B4 CoPilot Pro, is that if we come back down below this area, I'm typically going to get an unfinished auction or a delta divergence. Those are two of the better signals. I mean, I love them all, but those have become my favorites so far. Ichimoku wise, looking at the overall perspective, I'm short, so I don't necessarily like this. I was going to move my stop on it. Didn't have time to. Overall, I'm a bear. With the Ichimoku, looking at that position, it looks like it has some more potential to move. There's my line. I'm in the process of building this, and one of my lines got moved the other day, and I couldn't find it. There it is. It's right there. I need to move that back here. Anyway. Got distracted there for a moment. I'm still overall bearish. We're at a support here. Notice how powerful our lines are. It stopped right there to the penny. I mean, it may break through it, but it is a place to definitely keep your eye on.
Stop filled.
We're down to that level again. So I'm going to guard there, at least make that trade a good trade. If it pushes, we have the potential to push down to here. We still got plenty of room here on the lower B4 indicator. Showing here, we got room all the way down to 69.0750.
Crunchyroll is now available on YouTube.
Get out of there.
Stub filled. Order filled.
Alright guys, we're going to be cautious with this one. I'll tighten that up. I like that it got heavy at the bottom of it. Coming up on that trend line. I'm going to be cautious here because I'm not really as fond of the bullish position as I indicated in the beginning. We're up against that trend line. I should have locked it in already and killed it. I'm acting late on that. Yeah.
Order filled.
I'm going to let this little bit of chop here ruin my whole
Order filled.
positioning, it looks like. And chop areas like this can do that.
Stub filled. Order filled.
This target and this target are aligned on the 30-minute chart here and the 3-minute chart. Pretty significant area. I've got my stop loss put in a good position. Now they're starting to overlap. Time to
Stop
lock
fill.
it in.
Order filled.
We're down at 2.72. Got a little bit more room to the downside. We usually go to -3. We watch the -3, the 0, and the +3 on a 210 bar, guys.
Stop filled. Order filled.
They started overlapping here. I'm looking at our value areas. using our B4 bars, our footprint charts.
Stop filled.
Those value areas of those candles start overlapping. It's time for me to guard capital. One thing I do here, and I was going to put a
order filled.
resting order there. Whenever it pauses at one of those bars like that on a 210 bar, I know that it's getting ready to move, and I can usually place a resting order either above it or below it, and it's going to take off one way or the other, typically. Now, we're extended here. This may not be the best position here, so I'm going to guard that.
Stop filled.
Don't like the position as much.
Stop filled.
We need to pull back some. We were extended here on the short side. If we continue on here, we may pull back to the 0 line on the lower B4 indicator right here.
Order filled.
Which should put us coming up to the cloud here probably. Where's that at? Yeah, that's coming up to that major level there. I want to keep these major levels in mind. We're at one of them now, which is the cloud, which I was talking about, which happens to be at the value area right there. Pull this on up. Comes on up to here. That would be amazing. Thinking it's more likely going to come to here. 69, 20, 75 possibly. Somebody else got their eye on that as well.
Stop filled. Stop filled. Order filled.
Coming up close. Let's see. So where I usually expect the end of this trend to be, but we're at the, well, we may make it to the 0 line and then bounce. So I'm going to guard. Excuse me. Possibility of this making it to the 0 line here, or past the 0, and bouncing, possibly finding support in this area. We're going to go ahead and Give it a little bit of room, but lock it in there.
Stop filled. Order filled. Stop filled. Order filled.
Be cautious here with this one. I'm still a bear on Ichimoku. I'm a guard below this volatility adjusted virgin point of control right here. It's probably going to be choppy in this little area. So exercise some caution here, guys.
Stop filled.
I'm going to pause it for a moment. Guys, if you like what you see, and check out our website, b4signals.com. Go check out our prices. Very nice system here. We have a complete education package. We teach you how to use it.
Order filled.
Got to be careful. We got multiple levels of support beneath us right there. I'm just going to lock that in.
Stop filled.
Got a support here. It touched it to the penny.
Order filled.
Again, this is an unstable area, a very shaky area here, guys. If you're going to be trading in this area, you need to be a little cautious. We're wedging in here. It may push to the upside. I may be on the right side here.
Stop filled.
We're close to the 0 line, though. Keep in mind 3 points here. The positive 3, the 0, and the negative 3 on these 210 bars.
Order filled.
This is an area where I can get chopped up here, so I'm using some, and it's moving fast, so I'm just locking in. If it breaks here, it should push all the way down here.
Order filled.
Again, be careful in here.
Stop filled.
We're at the apex of this wedge right here. Position, poised in here by the 0 line. Bearish overall with Ichimoku, potential bearish future. It's going to break here eventually and get some strong movement, and maybe to the downside here. It's hard to tell yet. Moving pretty fast in this little area. This is where it could start chopping you up. Alright, time to lock it in. Future looks short here with this Ichimoku. Same here. Got plenty of room either way on the B4, so we can go either way and move hard here. So keep that in mind. Breaking out of a wedge here. We're on the downside of this move. We're past what I consider my entry line on those wedges. I have a trigger line that I usually use.
Stop filled.
Some opportunity to the downside here. I could come in here, turn off my long signals. So I turned that off right there so it didn't take me into that trade, which I probably would have had time to make lock-in profits. Let's see, are they going to reverse this thing or not?
Order filled. Stop filled.
Pull that down.
Order filled.
I want to watch this as it approaches this area here. Getting overlap. Want to tighten it up. Looks like we got room here to touch the Tinkinson. Sorry, the Keejenson. So we're going to go ahead and let it roll. We have not touched the Keejenson yet. We touched the Tinkinson. The next pullback's expected to the Keejenson. That's where you get your famous 50% at, guys, by the way.
Stop filled.
You see, they always talk about a 50%, move. That's typically, it's related to your Ichimoku. Your first pullbacks typically to your, and then happen back here. Actually, Tinkinson, this pulled back to the Tinkinson. We expect this possibly, since we did pull back to the Keejenson here, we expect this to possibly pull back to the Keejenson. If it breaks over that, then we got a target here, which is your flat here. Right there. Right there. We extend it to the upside right now. It could have possibly some more push. It could actually push all the way to here, but we'll see. Looking at the volume profile over here, we do have an area here of resistance. Possible resistance. Right there. Right there.
Order filled.
If it pushes through, we can expect it to come on up into here. That'll put us in there. Yes, right there. Let's guard this. It is extended to the upside, but it's pushing on that extension. It's still pushing. It may run it on up into here.
Stop filled.
All right.
Order filled.
Guys, guard it. Please lock it in.
Stub filled.
We're at the dilemma here. Is the Kejensen, remember I talked about the Kejensen right there? Is it going to cut? They're supposed to touch? Is price going to go up to it, or is it going to come down to Kejensen? Well, we are at the 50% mark right now between here and here. It shows that the Kejensen is likely to come down. We're extended on the upside, so I would think that we're looking for a short setup here. Maybe wrong. Been wrong before, and it's cost me money.
Order filled.
We'll risk it to about $3,500. Lock it in behind that volatility adjusted virgin point of control.
Stub filled.
Alright guys, I think that's going to be it for me this morning. I'm going to turn this off. You guys have a great day. Be sure to visit b4signals.com, guys. Check out our indicator packages. Y'all have a great day.